Our next guest has been covering a couple of teams that have definitely been doing just that over in Ashland County. And we will now welcome in Doug Haidet to the program, Source reporter extraordinaire, keeping an eye on a couple of teams tonight. But you actually had your services over in Olivesburg, where Crestview was looking for back-to-back wins, and they didn't just get them. They got them with a lot of fireworks and plenty of excitement for the home fans.
So Crestview coming off of its first win last week, Keystone. They beat them 28-14, and just excited to get Firelands Conference play rolling. I think head coach Steve Averdale thinks they can be in the mix for the Firelands this year, and a little bit sloppy early on against New London tonight on their home turf, but kind of ran away with it. I think it was 21-0 at the half, but they did lose a pair of fumbles early on. They had some penalties that he wasn't very happy with, so rarely do you see a coach as frustrated after a 42-0 win as he was tonight, but it still counts the same in the book.
Scoring by committee tonight, the Cougars spread the wealth. You see Aiden Raymer just truck sticking a guy into the end zone there, but they were sprinkling around. We see Kuhn getting to the outside. He's been showcasing that he's got some pretty good wills on the season as well in his last year now in his senior campaign, but the defense, you really got to enjoy. I was just talking about the fact Margaretta with a shutout win. Anytime you can do that and hold your opponent to nothing, you have to be impressed, even though it sounds like maybe Haverdale wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, they were solid start to finish defensively tonight. I mean, 67 yards of offense was what I had them giving up. New London did not have a rushing first down, didn't get a single first down, or didn't convert a third down until their very last play of the game on a pass. So Aiden Raymer with a couple of interceptions as well. So yeah, the defense really holding it down. If you throw out the Kirtland game, which Kirtland is Kirtland, obviously, Crestvew's only given up 16 points in their three other games. So a lot to hang their hats on tonight. But again, just looking forward to just trying to take care of business. I think they got South Central next week, then Plymouth the following. If they can handle those two the way they should be able to, then you've got St. Paul looming after that. So,
yeah, combined 0-8 over the next couple of weeks. So you would figure Crestview would take care of business as they have done in the past. But that game against St. Paul, you don't want to overlook anybody and step on any toes or anything like that. But certainly you could probably deduce that one might determine a Firelands Conference championship here in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Monroeville's in there, obviously, and then Western Reserve. I think that's kind of where the FC comes down to. I think the Western Reserve, St. Paul is the game that I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on here coming up, too. So definitely seems like it's up for grabs. It seems like it's the top of the league is going to be competitive. The bottom, a lot of shutouts going on right now. So it seems like the wins are pretty easy to come by against the bottom half of the league.
And it seems like wins have certainly been not easy to come by, but they've been coming for Scott Valentine and Ashland now as they continue their regular season win streak. They're well into double digits now, Doug. What's been going on with the Arrows, and how did they get the win tonight?
Yeah, so this one tonight, 14 straight regular season wins. It's their second longest regular season winning streak in program history. The longest one's 21 games. Back to 1950 to 1952. So, so they broke a tie with another group tonight with that winning streak. But, similar game tonight to the one they had with Clyde last week. They kind of a choppy start defensively in the first half. Things were pretty interesting there, but for the third time this season, shut out an opponent in the second half. The only points they have allowed in the second half this year were garbage time points against Marion Harding in week 2. So defense really locking it down for them tonight, 34-7. And like I said, I think I said 4 turnovers, interceptions from Gabe Baith and Tanner Wolf. Buda Martin with a couple of forced fumbles, and then you have Gunnar Lacey. He's coming in around 350 career tackles now at linebacker. So defense seems like it's finding its way after halftime every week, and I'm sure Coach V wants to tighten that up a little bit.
Another second half shutout for the A's. They're 4-0 now, but I'm kind of an offensive guy, okay? I want to talk about the weapons. I want to talk about their big gun at the quarterback position. And Nathan Bernhardt, he's starting to take some steps, right? He's getting closer and closer to maybe making some school history here.
Yeah, he's been such a fun player to follow. I've been following his numbers since his sophomore year, game by game, and just watching him climb the ladder. Tonight, a big night. If you're a stat person for him, he goes over 8,200 career yards of offense, which sends him past former Ashland great Taylor Housewright for second all-time in program history. He's trailing only Marcus Fuller there, a 2011 grad. And then he's tied now with Housewright, 90 career touchdowns on offense as well for those two. Also trails Fuller, who had a big career wrapped up, went on to Brown and was quarterback there. So big night again for Nathan Bernhardt. And they didn't put up a ton of offensive numbers tonight. I think he only had like 70 yards passing, but it seemed like they got it done, and the turnovers really kind of led the way.
Back-to-back home games on the way, too, at Community Stadium. They got 1-3 Dover and then Madison. They did actually end up winning tonight against Worcester, but two teams really struggling this season. So certainly you feel like he's probably going to get closer and closer to topping the charts there with some more program history, man. So definitely a fun team to keep an eye on, and really proud for Coach Valentine and that entire team. Kind of elevating their game, I think, here, building off of last season's success, Doug. So we'll be checking back with you and seeing how the arrows continue, and just keep the pulse over there in Ashland, man. We appreciate you checking in with us.
Absolutely. I'll be there next week, so won't be relying so much on folks for stats and assists. I got the phone was going pretty crazy tonight while I was out at Crestview, just trying to keep up with everything, and I've got some great folks helping me out. So it's been fun to follow from afar these last 2 weeks.